So today I was planning on doing another video on the Crew 2 wishlist series, and that didn't happen because the Ubisoft servers are down. So instead I'm going to be doing a video on a trailer analysis for a game that I'm planning on getting in the future. So stay tuned and you shall see what that game is. So then, the game I'm planning on getting is Need for Speed Payback. Quite a shock to probably most of you watching this video because you thought I was like the Crew fanboy, but not 100%. I'm actually interested in the Crew 2, but since there's basically no information on the Crew 2 right now, I'm more interested in Payback because they actually released a gameplay trailer, a cinematic trailer, but it's showcasing the game engine and so forth, and I'm pretty interested in Payback. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. By the way, I've actually taken screenshots of the trailer in specific points that I thought were interesting. So yeah, all the parts of the video that you're going to see are just screenshots of the trailer. So let's get started. So the first screenshot we will see here is the Koenigsegg Regera being loaded into a truck, which is rather interesting because it's a supercar, and Need for Speed wasn't really all about supercars, but who cares really, because this car looks absolutely gorgeous in this game. It actually has custom rims as far as I can tell, and the interior is actually super high quality as well, which probably begs the question if the game's going to have an interior view. If it does, that would be rather interesting because the game looks like it's trying to compete with the Crew and also have a bit of a Fast and Furious vibe. And so let's move on to the next image. The next image is the 2015 Mustang GT with an RTR body kit, and of course it also has the RTR rims, which is pretty nice. It looks very nice. It's got the very nice kind of RTR style livery, which again looks really cool. And you also see that truck in the background that's carrying the Koenigsegg Regera. And so yeah, and of course you also see two of the characters, which I will go over a little bit later in the video. And then, of course, we have the 2015 Mustang GT RTR, the front of it at least. And you see the cool green accented lights in the grille. Those look really nice. The lights themselves look absolutely amazing. I just hope you'll be able to turn the lights on and off in this game because, well, it's a day and night cycle now, and it looks like the lights are just on right now, but it's just probably for now. Next screenshot here, we have the Dodge Challenger. Now, I'm not sure which version of the Challenger it is, but I do know for a fact it's the newer generation Challenger, 2015, I believe, and that's judging by the lights, by the way. If you look in the actual trailer, you can see for a split second the front of the car, which has the lights of the 2015 Challenger, which are the LED headlights. And again, I don't know if it's a Hellcat because it's hard to tell on this trailer, but I'm pretty sure it's just a standard Challenger. Next image here, we have the BMW X6M, the newer version of the BMW X6M, and it's about to get blown up by a flaming oil barrel, but this is just before it gets blown up. And you can tell it's an X6M because in this next screenshot here where it gets blown up, you can see it's a four-door hatchback BMW SUV thing, which is the X6M. Next screenshot here, we actually have you can actually see the overlay of the YouTube thing, but that's for good reason because I tried to pause the video at this exact moment to show you the BMW M4 GTS, and you can tell for a fact it's actually in the top left corner of the video to the left of the 370Z. You can tell for a fact that it's the M4 GTS because number one, the taillights. The taillights are the OLED taillights from the BMW M4 GTS. They look exactly like the OLED taillights, and by the way, the car looks absolutely amazing. It looks very cool. You can also see the BMW M4 GTS wing. It's a little bit hard to see, but that is the M4 GTS wing. It doesn't have the gold rims because, well, they put custom rims on it. And of course, we also have the 350Z here, which in the next screenshot you'll see a much better image of it because there's no YouTube overlay on there. And the car looks very, very nice. If you look at the plate, it actually says Fortune Valley, which is kind of a Need for Speed parody on Las Vegas, which it's kind of obvious it's a parody because Fortune Valley indicates that it's a very, very rich land, which Las Vegas is a very rich land because of the casinos. And next in the screenshot you see this very, very nice orange Lamborghini Aventador with its lights on and so forth, and actually has, from what it looks like, it has stock rims, but that's not the number one most important part of this screenshot. You will actually see to the top left of the Aventador, you will see a pedestrian walking around, which is rather interesting because Need for Speed 2015 and 2016 didn't have pedestrians, but this game does, which it'll be interesting to see where the pedestrians actually walk, if they're actually just blocked off by a wall so you can't run them over or whatever, or if they'll actually be walking around on the streets. streets. It'd be cool to see what they're going to do with the pedestrians. And in the next screenshot here, we have the Chevy Bel Air off-road car and the Skyline, what looks like a drift version of it, and then the BMW M4 GTS, which I don't know what version that is. It's probably the stock version of it. But looking at the screenshots, the game looks absolutely amazing during the daytime. And it's obvious that the game actually now has a day and night cycle, which is what everybody requested, because the game, last game, Need for Speed 2015/2016, it was fully in nighttime with just a little bit of daytime, kind of like sunrise, and the game just looked extremely dark and depressing. Now the game actually looks amazing, and you can really see just how good the Frostbite engine is. And of course you can see the power lines, the environment. The environment looks absolutely amazing, like I said, and the grass textures look amazing. But overall, very nice looking game. And here we have the game at nighttime, along with the cars having their headlights on, which again looks very, very nice, very cool. The nighttime looks amazing. The daytime looks amazing. I'm very proud of what Ghost Games have actually done with their game, with all the knowledge that they've picked up from the last game. And next to you we have the Nissan Fairlady 240Z, or could you call it a Datsun? I don't know. Either way, it's a Nissan. The Nissan Fairlady 240Z looks very interesting, and it's actually a wrecked version of the Fairlady 240Z, because you can obviously tell it's completely destroyed. And this is a licensed wreck car, which is something we haven't seen in a long time. The last time we actually had licensed wreck cars was Test Drive Unlimited series, Test Drive Unlimited and Test Drive Unlimited 2, and that was like 7 years ago since we had that, which is very nice. And of course you can tell that this car is pretty much out in the middle of nowhere, so you're gonna have to go and find these cars with a proper off-road car, which is pretty nice, I guess. It's a nice little addition to the game. I'm very interested to see how they're gonna implement this. And next we also have the Ford F100 wreck car, which by the way, with both of these cars, the game pretty much confirms that there'll be rebuilds available for cars, which is really awesome that they added that feature. But yeah, we have the F100 and the Fairlady Z as a car. And now here we have the Fairlady Z built up as a drag car with a blower, fenders, a new hood, and so forth. Now, many people are actually saying that having the blower on the 240Z indicates that we're going to have engine swaps available, which that's a possibility, but I'm pretty sure that the blower is just a standard feature of the drag cars when you get them. You can also see one of the characters in the car, and there's a right-hand drive car as well, which is really nice that they're not all left-hand drive. But yeah, there's a nice variety of cars. And in the next screenshot here, we have the same exact Fairlady 240Z, but the back end of it with wheelie bars, a big drag wing, and you can also see the exhaust sticking out from the side, which looks very nice. And the bolt-on fenders, and of course the drag radial tires, very, very wide drag radial tires. And here we have one of the main characters of the story, which I'm pretty sure this is Tyler of the main story mission. They've actually given the names of all the characters. There's Tyler, Jess, and Mac. And this is Tyler, probably. And here we have Jess, obviously, because Jess is a woman's name. But yeah, basically, she's sitting in what looks like an Audi S-Line car. I don't know which version of what Audi S-Line this is. Probably an S4 or something, but I'm not 100% sure. We can't 100% confirm what car this is. But looking at this screenshot here, I don't know if you guys can notice, but this interior is extremely high quality. I mean, you have the seat belts, which is a very, very high quality feature. You got if you look at the headrest, you'll see that it's got very high polygons. There's not any like sharp edges on there. Very, very little sharp edges actually. And the steering wheel itself looks extremely high quality as well. So I don't know for a fact if the game is going to have an interior view, but this pretty kind of confirms that there's a possibility that the game will have an interior view option for the cars, which wouldn't be too bad of an option to have in the game, because this game is trying to compete with the Crew, and the Crew has interior views, which yeah, that would be absolutely amazing. And here we have Mac, and he's got a BRZ by the looks of it, or a Scion FRS/GC86. I can't really tell the difference between them, but judging by kind of the headlights, it looks like a BRZ. And here we have a rather interesting addition to the game, the Pagani Huayra BC. I didn't expect this car to actually make an appearance in this game, right now at least, but it's cool nonetheless. It goes to show that the developers have actually gone car shopping, in terms of licensing that is, not actually buying real cars. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see this car in the game, especially see how it drives and so forth. The only gripe I have about it right now is it has 4 sets of turn indicator lamps, but it actually is supposed to have 2 sets. The ones that are closer to the center of the car are supposed to be just parking lights, not turn indicator lamps, but we'll see how that works out with the car. But again, the car looks absolutely amazing. The carbon fiber looks amazing. Everything looks amazing on the BC. And next we have another look at the Pagani Huayra BC. You can see the logo, the carbon fiber again. The lights look amazing as well. And that big wing, by the way, that looks amazing too. Now, if you look at around the Pagani Huayra BC logo on the carbon fiber, that's actually not a damaged model. That's actually the lighting physics of the game, which doesn't look too good, but I'm pretty sure they'll improve upon it as time goes on, because this game's in early alpha stage right now. and they can only improve the game from what it is right now. And next we have that Chevy Bel Air off-road car again, and next we actually have what looks like one of the non-player cooperative characters of the game, and she's standing next to Corvette Stingray, and I can tell for a fact that this is a Corvette Stingray just by looking at the body lines. And the roof is a Corvette Stingray, the mirror is a Corvette Stingray, it's got a little scoop on the back on the rear fender for the Corvette Stingray. You could just tell by the door handle that's the Corvette Stingray, and a little tiny lip spoiler. By the looks of it, this is just the standard C7 Corvette Stingray, no Z06 or whatever, but there's a chance we will actually get Z07 packages for this car, maybe even the ZR1 package, who knows at this point. And in the next screenshot we have the 2015 Mustang GT RTR getting completely wrecked by a traffic car, which is interesting to say the least. And there's also, you can see the damage model with that, you can see just overall how cool the sparks look. And if you look to the left of the traffic light, you'll see pedestrians again. So pedestrians are a thing in this game, just to kind of make the game feel more alive and immersive. By the way, I do have to say, they actually got the traffic lights wrong. They did exactly the same thing that the crew did, and they put the traffic lights on the wrong side of the road. But then again, nobody's really going to be obeying the traffic laws in this game, so it doesn't 100% matter. But that's kind of a little bit of a gripe for me. And of course, you can also tell just by looking at the screenshot that this game is actually set in Las Vegas, because Las Vegas has those monorail tracks between hotels, and that's a specific feature of Las Vegas. They have those monorail tracks just to make it easier to go between hotel and casino and so forth. There's a casino in the background as well, which obviously that also says Las Vegas. And next we have the Charger police car that just got completely destroyed by one of the racer guys. And of course, the developers of Ghost Games actually said that the police are going to be extremely hard. And in fact, they specifically even said, just wait until a rhino is chasing you. That goes to show that the police AI have become a lot more difficult. They've become a lot smarter. And when I do get this game, I'm actually going to be testing out a few features of the police to see how smart and how realistic they are. That is if I will actually get the game, but chances are I probably will get it. And of course, if you look on the little, how would you say this? What would you call this? Little path on the side of the highway. Let's just call it a path next to the hotel. You'll see some more pedestrians sitting on top of there, which is pretty cool. And next we have some more drag cars. We have the Fairlady Z drag car, which we saw, and of course it's a proper drag car as well, because the front tires are skinnier than the rear tires, which is proper drag style. And of course we have the Mustang Fastback as a drag car as well. Next we have a rather surprising look at the Porsche Panamera Turbo, the brand new Porsche Panamera Turbo as well. I wasn't expecting EA to actually get access to Porsches again, because they've lost their exclusive license, but chances are Porsche's probably still willing to work with them to give them some Porsches, not like exclusive access to any Porsche that they want. But yeah, they got this car with the crazy Transformer style wing. And next we have the Chevy Bel Air off-road car again. Not going to go too in depth about this thing. So also I forgot to mention, looking at this Bel Air with the blower and so forth on the hood, the blowers don't actually work yet. They're probably going to implement those relatively soon, because this game's actually in early alpha stage. They just probably tried to get the game in working fashion right now and just not focus on putting all the features that they can into the game before E3, because if they did that, chances are the game would not be that good again. So they mainly probably focus on physics, making the game just playable and fun, and also working on licensing, which is nice, I guess. And next we actually have a very, very important screenshot here. We have the BMW M3 E46, and this is rather interesting because the BMW M3 GTR is making a comeback for sure. If they got the BMW M3 E46 in their game, then the M3 GTR is going to be available as well. Chances are. I don't know for a fact though. And next we have the Nissan Skyline GTR 34, which has Tyler written on a plate and it's drifting around. So nothing too special with the screenshot, just wanted to show it though. And of course we have the ending of the trailer here with showing the release date of Need for Speed Payback. Now next here I'm looking at the game on Origin here, and feel free to add me on Origin if you want to. But basically we're looking at all the features that the Deluxe Edition and the Standard Edition have with the game. Obviously the Deluxe and Standard Edition are going to have pre-order bonus with those cars, which I'll show you later. The Camaro SS 1967, the Charger RT 1969, the F-150 Raptor 2016, of course the 350Z 2008, and the Volkswagen Golf GTI Club Sport 2016. Of course, the Deluxe Edition will give you 3-day early access when you buy it. It'll give you the Story Mission Pack as well, the Deluxe Edition exclusive customization when you get the Deluxe Edition, and of course a 5% rep bonus and 10% discount on in-game purchases when you get the Deluxe Edition, which is pretty nice, I guess, to have, but not too unfair as well, because those cards you get for pre-ordering, they're available to everyone else as well. The pre-order cards are going to have visual customization features on them just before everybody else, and of course they're going to be available to everybody everybody else as well, probably. And next we actually have the screenshot of those cards from the Platinum back. And like I said, they're exclusive Platinum cards. They have various special customization. You have the 350Z close up here with a very interesting livery. It looks like they'll even have like headlight color options as well. As you can see, the 350Z has these kind of bluish tinted headlights. Same with the Golf. The Raptor kind of as well, but not really. And the rest of the cars just have different colors. Like I said, there's the new Raptor to the side with some really crazy light bars, I may add. And the Golf in the background with kind of like a race style body kit. We have the what looks like the Challenger kind of being cut off into the left part of the camera, and then the Charger in the background, very far into the background. And in this next screenshot, we have the same exact cars again, but all in the garage. Now, the main question I actually have to actually I'll ask those questions at the end of the video. Maybe EA will answer those for me. But like I said before, if you look at the Charger, you can see that the interior is actually relatively high quality, so that's kind of making me wonder if the game will actually have an interior view. And same with the Golf. If you can't really notice that well with the Golf, but the Golf has a pretty high quality interior as well. And here we have a couple of cars drifting, but mainly the Platinum Pre-Order 350Z. By the way, it has white taillights, so yeah, if you're watching this video, please fix the white taillights because those don't look that good. But I'm pretty sure they'll fix them because, again, the game's in early alpha stage and still not 100% ready, but I'm pretty sure they'll be able to fix just little tiny details like that with their game. And in this next screenshot, we actually have the 2017 Porsche Panamera Turbo escaping from the police. And may I add, the game looks absolutely amazing in this screenshot. I don't know if my computer will be able to run it because I have a GTX 580, which is kind of old, but I'm pretty sure it might be able to. And in this next screenshot, we have the Bel Air along with a wrecked version of the Bel Air, which pretty much confirms that the Bel Air is going to be a wrecked car in this game. And then you'll be able to build it up to be a very interesting car, to say the least. And in this last screenshot, we actually have a good look at the brand new 2018 BMW M5, which is featured in this game, which is quite a big surprise to me because I didn't expect BMW to say, hey, feature our brand new M5 in your game. Thanks, bye. But this is a really interesting surprise. I didn't expect this to actually be a thing, but regardless, it's really cool that they're featuring the brand new M5 in Need for Speed 2015. Kind of seems like they just have a partnership with BMW because their last game had the M2, which wasn't even released yet, but they got it in their game. The same thing happened again with the M5, which is pretty cool, I guess. So now we've gotten to the point of the video where I ask EA some questions about the game. Well, actually not EA, Ghost Games, my apologies. I ask Ghost Games some questions about their game. And so I have 3 questions to ask, so let's get started. So the first question I have to ask is the game going to have an interior view? Judging by the fact that there's quite a few cars that they showed in the trailer and in the screenshots that have extremely high quality interiors, so that kind of almost shows that maybe there is going to be an interior view, because there's no way they just put a high quality interior. That would cause a lot of lag just because it's there. They put a medium quality interior just like they would usually do, especially with their last game. Like I said, the question is there going to be an interior view? The next question is there going to be a limit on how many cars you can own in the game? Such as like with Need for Speed 2015/2016, there was a limit of 5 cars you can own in the garage, but then they extended it to essentially 10. You could take 5 of your cars and send them out into the warehouse to be stored, and then you can retrieve them back later. So is there going to be a similar system to that? If so, how many slots are we going to have in our garage, along with the warehouse slots, if there is going to be warehouse slots? And the final question is, are the future updates for Need for Speed Payback going to be free or paid? Such as additions of brand new cars, brand new features, etc. Because the last version of Need for Speed, they had free updates, free additional cars, free additional features they added in. Is this going to be exactly the same thing with Need for Speed Payback? So yeah, that's pretty much all the questions I've had to ask. And if you enjoyed the video, give the video a like, and I'll see you guys in Need for Speed Payback. Goodbye.